Greetings, darling. Naima Singletary here, the spiritual business advisor to accomplished and spiritually gifted women business owners. And men typically don't come to me, which is why I say women, but I'm totally open to men who know that they're spiritually gifted, who are about a higher conversation and really birthing their signature work in the world, and know that speaking and writing are their vehicles for doing that. So here I am, obviously on a treadmill. I'm sorry I don't have my thingy because I wish I could have it up like that so it's not down like that. But I needed to get it in. I must. And I know need is one of the bad words, so to speak. Today's topic is you were literally born to be rich. You were literally born to be rich. And when I say you, who I'm talking to is melanin messengers who are descendants of the ruling class. Melanin messengers who are descendants of the ruling class. You have felt colossal, and even when you were younger, you felt important. You felt rich. And as you've come into adulthood, there's something in you that just knows you are great. Not including material things, just you innately are rich, are great, are meant to do and create and impact colossal things. And part of the mind fuck being a melanin messenger is that we are so far removed from the times of the ruling class and your people being the ruling class, and also the gauntlet of racism running through that in the way that has fucked up the mind of everybody, including melanin messengers, and to then be in this culture that says that melanin people are lower when in your blood you are higher. Your DNA, the class that you descend from, speaks and says who you are. And this is where the cognitive dissonance mind fuck happens. And I'm here to let you know that it's a fucking lie. Like I said, I think it was, earlier this week, that it is such a lie. Another thing I want to say too is, I think it was, the Monday show? I think Monday show, I accidentally deleted it. If you were looking for Monday show, because I sent out the link to my email list, and I accidentally deleted it. My phone has been doing doubles of each show. Like, it'll have the show done, and then it'll be showing that a duplicate is trying to, rest itself and, on the phone. And so what I've been doing every day is just deleting the duplicate. So when I went to go Monday, I thought I was deleting the duplicate when I was deleting the original. So it was great too. So that is what that is, but I just want to tell you that in case you were looking for it. So your job now is a melanin messenger who's literally born to be rich. Like, literally, I want you to really get this for a moment. Pause and take this in right now. And keep in mind, this is something that you secretly know on some level. This has been something that you have been sensing, that you have been knowing, that you have not dared say out loud. Maybe not even to yourself, and definitely not to other people. But you know that you are great. You know that you come from something great. Greater than what you have been told. And some of you have been informed through oral stories, like stories have been transferred through the generations, and you got it and you know it through that. Others, like me, you got it through high perception, high discernment, and becoming so intimate with yourself, becoming so intimate with your blood, with your deeper and higher self, that it came to you like, particularly if you're on the path of highness. That's the theme, by the way, this year, the spirit of highness. It just came to you that, oh, this is why I'm magnetized to greatness in all things, both internally and conversation and ways of being, and in the material world with material things. This is why I come alive when I have this kind of opulence. This is why I come alive when I have this kind of service. This is why I come alive when I'm able to serve in this kind of way. This is why Everything feels right and congruent when I'm in environments that really feed me and allow me to be my best self. This is why I think the way I do. This is why I talk the way I do. This is why I dress the way I do. This is why I have desire to be around the people who I have desire to be around. It's because you are a descendant of the ruling class and you are meant to birth, like your soul is literally meant to write things through your business and to use speaking and writing as vehicles, which is why you're drawn to speaking, which is why you're drawn to writing, which is why you really resonate with words like colossal and queen and kingdom and power and knowing, because you are a descendant of the ruling class. You were literally born to be rich, literally, which is why your suffering is so great. Whether it was great, which I can definitely relate to, in the financial department, or as you're looking to ascend now to new heights because you've already created some financial success, but now you're looking for the kind of greater influence, more ascended influence, more signature to you influence that will naturally call in more money as you serve more in your signature way. And so now perhaps you're in this new struggle of being such a colossal being and giving yourself full-on permission to say, I am a descendant of the ruling class. I am born to be rich. Saying it, knowing it, living it, setting up structures and systems and people in your everyday life that allows you to live in that way. My God. And so that's what 2019 is about. That's what I'm doing, like having the body in order. I'm here. I can't even remember the last time I was on a treadmill, but I'm here getting my body in order. I just got out of a stretching class, and it's intentional about being able, first of all, releasing weight. I told you guys I'm releasing 5 words this year, and having a body that can really be here. I did a video, what was that, like a week and a half ago, about having a body that can handle power. And I'm telling you, there's been, food is used for those of us who are descendants of the ruling class. We have, because we're so colossal and we vibrate so high and we have so much to give. And if our bodies are not receptive and able to handle all this, we check out. We check out with food, which makes us even more dense, even more difficult in doing our work. We check out with liquor. I've been very guilty of that, but I'm not drinking for the next year. I made that decision December 13th, and I haven't drank since then. And I have been a drinker, you guys. That's a whole other conversation about, for me, I've always been so fast and so ahead for a human, so ahead for a girl, so ahead for a black girl. Just get the fuck over it. And so I use these things to slow myself down. And now that I'm clearing myself, even at a new level, because it's time. It is so time, and I am so willing. I'm not afraid to fight. I'm not afraid to die. And it's so necessary for those of us who are dedicated to tripling our revenue in 2019, having the largest impact ever, letting it get really good, really reaching the people we're meant to reach, and really birthing our signature work. That's it. That's it right there. And in your signature work, you are literally born to be rich. Like, everything is set up for you to have it. Everything is freaking set up for you to have it. Your job is to get yourself in order. So engaging in the habits that are having you aligned, the habits of how you're eating, the habits of how you're thinking, the habits of how you run your business, the habits of how you manage your mind, all this, right? It's a tall order. Of course, you're a descendant of the ruling class. Of course it's going to be a tall order. You're not a fucking peasant, okay? You're not a freaking muggle peasant. That was a term I actually came up with this morning when I was, Gabrielle Union just had a baby via surrogate, and she was interviewed by Oprah. Her and her husband were interviewed by Oprah, and I was watching the repeat of the interview, and Gabrielle was talking about colorism and how people were checking. Apparently, I didn't know this. Apparently, a baby, when you look at their ear, the tip of their ear, that tells you the color that they're going to be. And she said that people were like, because the baby had on like the baby beanie cap to keep the head warm, And she said people would like lift up the beanie cap off the baby's ear to see the baby's color. And then Oprah was like, so that's still a thing in the black community? And I was like, did anybody else catch that? Because Oprah's like spirit of highness, and all these fucking muggle peasants is muggle peasants is down here talking about colorism. Folks is up here talking about how to live longer and use higher capacities of our brain and travel and change things and live better and change, the world and, all this, and all these fucking dumbass muggle peasants is down here talking about colorism. Oprah was like, is that still a thing? I mean, she said it, and to me it felt like you fucking muggle peasant. Like, really? People are still thinking like that? People are still, fuckers. So, your job as a descendant of the ruling class is to get really fucking clear about who you are and declare it. I think this is part of what got deleted. That's the video that got deleted earlier this week. Was you must title yourself. I gave you an assignment of who are you, and I talked about being a master, me being a master, you being a master, or whatever your title is, empress. And you know this, like this is something you got to come to in your own knowing and guidance. This is also how I help. But you come to it and you must declare it publicly to put people on notice. And I shared it in a story of a master who I was working with like 5 years ago, who helped me come to this. And the power of the title, the power of words, the power of language. And he talked about, I'll share this real quickly since the show got deleted. Let's say you're on a plane and somebody has a heart attack on the plane and everybody is going crazy and there's some, paranoia and the kids are crying and it's loud and the staff are trying to calm everybody down. And this woman comes up to the passenger and says, I'm a doctor. She specializes in helping people with heart attacks. She comes and she says, I'm a doctor. Immediately, what does that do? If there's pandemonium and people are going crazy and they're calling for, ambulance and help, right? And no one knows what to do aside from the, flight attendants doing what they're trained to do. And this doctor comes up and says, I'm a doctor, right? She's putting people on notice of who she is so people get in order accordingly. You must do the same thing. What is your title? So people get in order accordingly or get out the goddamn way. So, let me see, in this assignment that I have for you, I didn't create one, but I'm wondering if there's something in particular you can do around coming into your riches. I think the highest and best thing is going to be you knowing who you are. Otherwise, your suffering is going to be so great. I talked about this maybe 2 weeks ago, that your suffering is going to be so great this year as a Melanin messenger, especially having that knowing, the sense of who you are, and not stepping fully into it and resisting it and rejecting it and looking for outside proof and validate, right? So your job in really claiming your riches is to know who you are and surrender to your work, your signature work. Amen. To your signature work. I like this, doing the show on this treadmill like this. So I welcome your comments in the comment section. I have 2 Q1 2019 quick start packages. That's a mouthful. But there's 2 packages. One is a 30-day, one is a 90-day. One is a 30-day, one is a 90-day. And what it is to take your new habits, perhaps you formed them, meaning like you know what they need to be, perhaps you don't. Taking your new mindset, your ways of being that perhaps you are not being now, but you require some guidance in helping to put them into order and practicing them every day. And getting clear about what the goal is 90 days from now. And having you be so focused, tight, that you're working every day and going through a new gauntlet, a gauntlet that you create versus this third dimensional gauntlet that is not going to help you to the next dimension that you're going to. Next level of revenue, next level of influence. So you and I can work together in this way and focusing you and getting clear about habits, minds, ways of being, goals. We can do that over 30 days or over 90 days, because this is all about Q1. We're focusing on Q1, that's it, okay? So you can email me. My email is beneath this video. And let me know, Naima, I'd love to discuss my plan, who I am, my goals, my challenges, and work with you over the next 30 days or work with you over the next 90 days. Totally welcome that. And thank you for sharing this video. I have to reply to Mr. Man who messaged me about Twitter. So lots of love. Thank you so much for being here. And please, if you know that you're a descendant of the ruling class, you are so required. Oh, you're required more than this world will let you know. But I'm telling you, as soon as you come out to clear, your people will come out. I'm going to be doing a video about this next week too, about my numbers are low, but the right people are finding me and paying attention. I am really meant to zone in on this niche demographic. As of now, I am not meant for the masses, and I'm clear about that. So you must also release the need for thousands of likes and comments and all that. And I'll be talking more about that, the spirit of that. Remember, the theme for the year is the spirit of highness. The spirit of highness. The spirit of highness. Do your homework. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.